I'm Kiara Williams, I'm 20 years old and I live in Brooklyn, New York. I'm the co-founder of Warriors in the Garden. My first march was May 29th at Barclays Center, 6 p.m. It was a horrible march because police brutality was out the roof. I got pepper sprayed 4 times that day. I got like nightsticks shoved in my back, being forced down the street. And that's really what made me go out the next day. And the next few days, I was by myself and I saw a bunch of people. We were just marching and just chanting, and I realized a lot of people were like kind of lost in leadership. So me and a few others decided to just take on those roles. And I think I've always been a leader. Going way back to high school when I was in sports teams, I would just always take that role. So doing it in a march just felt kind of natural to me. And I'm a Black woman, so that is why I decided to speak up during the marches as well, during the movement, to just highlight that Black women are powerful and we are not a force to be reckoned with. One major change in my life since I've started this is actually the induced paranoia. There's a bunch of things that I think about now that I wouldn't think about 4 months ago. I have to question literally people's motives when I first meet them, if they're good or bad, if they're really for the movement. And it's just, I'm not a person like that. I'm a very optimistic, and I don't judge people from the first initial meeting. And just doing this work is what I've been forced to kind of do, because now we have to protect ourselves, because we don't know who, anybody could be anyone infiltrating the movement and just have bad intentions for it. Managing my daily life and being an activist, it just combines, because I just have such raw passion for this and for what I'm doing that it's just become my life. Maybe I sound like I have no life, but activism is my life and I just love it. And I found something that describes me. This movement is different from the others because, as horrible as it sounds, we had COVID on our side for this movement. People were forced to be home. People were forced to turn on the news. People were forced to look at social media. People were forced to understand why and to educate themselves on why, or to be educated as to why. And we also have Gen Z. I'm Gen Z. When you give the most depressed generation like a reason to actually die, then like a lot of people are throwing their lives on the line for this, and I'm one of them. By next year, I would like to accomplish, I have so many goals for this year, but by next year, I for sure want Warriors to be national, because I have seen our impact we have on people, and if we can bring that to the communities that really need it around America, I really do think that would be one step closer to receiving correct justice for Black people. And my dream is equal opportunities for all demographics in this world, not just one, and to stop the unjust killings of Black people.